I've actually put everything on the line to resist these despots and these stuff. The Libertarian Party should nominate Trump for President of the United States. Whoa. That's nice.
Man, they worse than the Apollo. Welcome to Street Politics. My name is Reese Waters. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the page. Now, if there's one thing I know, it's getting booed. Some say I'm a bit of an expert. I've been booed everywhere from Bowie State, Maryland to Johannesburg, South Africa. As is he. He knows getting booed as well. I even brought in a specialist because Donald Trump was speaking at the Libertarian National Convention, and if it's one thing we know, his precious ego cannot take getting booed. So Trump, what you want to do, if you want to avoid getting booed, you got to make sure you scan the crowd in advance. You know what I mean? Try and make sure that you're stacking the deck in your favor.
RFK Jr. spoke yesterday as well. Kind of encouraged the crowd to heckle President Trump when he came on stage today, passing out rubber chickens that squeak, but those were not allowed in today. Rubber
chickens? They didn't come to play. Okay, you know what? Put somebody else up first. You know what I mean? Warm them up and absorb any leftover aggression they might have. Like, you know what? Put up that senator. What's his name? Mike Lee. Mike Lee. Yeah, the guy who pretended he wasn't going to pull Social Security and Medicaid and got caught in 4K.
I'm here right now to tell you one thing that you probably haven't ever heard from a politician. It will be my objective to phase out Social Security, to pull it up by the roots and get rid of it. Here,
oh yeah, he's perfect.
Donald Trump may not agree with you on everything, but I can tell you he will agree with you a whole hell of a lot more than that nutball in the White House or anybody else on the ticket. I encourage you, take a listen to Donald Trump, support Donald Trump, restore the Constitution. Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow. Okay. You know what? Go get Vivek. Go get Vivek. Yeah, you know what? He took Ann Coulter's crap.
Oh, and I agreed with many, many things you said during, in fact, probably more than most other candidates when you were running for president. But I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian.
He can take this because if he knows anything, it's getting booed.
Do you want to get 3% or shoot for that as a straw? Or do you actually want to change this country by working together? And I will tell you this, I'm speaking to you as a libertarian at my own core. I have gotten to know Donald Trump over the course of the last several years and the last several months. And you're going to hear from him tomorrow night. And the question is, do you want to influence the next administration or don't you? That is the question for this room to ask. And my thesis for you, you believe it? You all get to speak your mind. I respect that. Libertarians in the room got to speak up. But now the question is, how do you get it done? I believe the future of this country depends on a libertarian nationalist alliance that will save this country. That's what I believe is required.
Wow. I haven't seen anybody booed that badly since, well, Vivek Ramaswamy.
She said that I have a woman problem. Nikki, I don't have a woman problem. You have a corruption problem. And I think that that's what people need to know. Nikki is corrupt. This is a woman who will send your kids to die so she can buy a bigger house. This is the problem. Using identity politics more effectively than Kamala Harris is a form of intellectual fraud. And it actually needs to end. There's our donor puppet masters wielding their puppet right up here tonight.
Ooh, actually, I was referring to a whole different time he got booed.
Let us be honest as Republicans. I'm the only person on the stage who isn't bought and paid for, so I can say this. The climate change agenda is a hoax. The climate change agenda is a hoax. And we have to declare independence for it. And the reality is...
He is like the Donald Trump of getting booed. All right, you know what? You're up. They'll at least be cheering when they hear your name, right? So just ride that initial wave and start fast. Okay, pander. Now you got to pander. And you know what? You're good at that. Didn't you just bring up 2 black felons to endorse you in the Bronx? Yeah. Tell them how much you love them.
It's time to be one. So I'm asking for the liberation. Well, think of it.
Why don't you try that again?
So I'm asking for the liberation.
Abandon ship, abandon ship. You know what? Libertarians is too long a word. You know what? Tell them you want to defend freedom. Yeah, that should work.
Anyone can talk about defending freedom, but I've actually put everything on the line to resist these despots and these stuff.
Okay, I think you've had about enough time to work on saying libertarian. You know what? Sound it out. I think you got it.
Asking for the Libertarian Party's endorsement.
That's better. Now, tell them about your record.
Or at least lots of your votes, lots and lots of libertarian votes, based on my 4-year, very outstanding presidential record. Much of my record is libertarian.
Bro, this ain't a MAGA rally. You can't just say it was very good. It's like going from talking out of elementary school to talking out of high school. You can't bring the same material. You know what? It's time to break out the big guns. This is going left. Tell them about your NRA endorsement.
Oh, that was interesting. Then you're going to like me, firearm. You're going to like me. Nobody better than me. And we just got the full NRA, the strongest endorsement they've ever given the NRA. So that's good.
Tell them they should support you because a completely random person said that they should.
Wrote an article yesterday in which he mentions just some of the things that make me a libertarian without even trying to be one. That's nice. D-Roy wrote, Donald J. Trump will address the Libertarian Party and its national convention on Saturday. The Libertarian Party should nominate Trump for President of the United States. Whoa. That's nice. That's nice.
No. Now you got to fight back. Now you fight back, Trump. Fight back. Tell them what happens if they don't support you. Make the case that way.
And again, you can either nominate us and put us in the position or give us your votes. I would say nominate or give us your votes, but we want libertarian votes because you stand for what we stand for, and don't waste a vote.
Hey, somebody missed the chicken.
Or give us your votes. I would say nominate or give us your votes, but we want libertarian votes because you stand for what we stand for, and don't waste a vote. And don't allow the worst president in the history of our country to come back and do the final destruction of America.
Now, I know this is going to be hard for you. I know. It's time for humility. I get it. They're not paying you enough to be humble. I get it. I totally get it. But as much as this is antithetical to your nature, it is time to show value in another human being. It's crazy. It's a crazy idea, but desperate times calls for desperate measures. You have to let them know you want to work with them.
Combine with us in a partnership. We're asking that of the libertarians. We must work together. Combine with us. You have to combine with us. We cannot give crooked Joe Biden 4 more years.
Even that didn't work. Wow. You know what? You can at least get a cheer when you leave. I mean, everybody should support that, right?
Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. God bless you.
All right, Donnie. You want the bad news or the bad news? I mean, you already got one bad news. You were booed mercilessly. It was sad. But the other bad news is they even tried to stack the deck for you. It went poorly. It went very, very poorly. I mean, even your fans got booed. I mean, again, I know they get booed when they lead MAGA rallies with the red hat and the flag. I'm just saying they got booed together. MAGA's coming to the Libertarian Convention to try and protect you from getting booed. Here I am, listening to you talk about how you're the greatest this and the greatest that. You can't even speak to regular random people without your cocoon of support. Imagine that. Imagine the arrogance, thinking it's a setup because you can't speak without your own traveling cheering section. That is downright Trumpian. You even brought a Karen to try and commandeer the seats that were for their own delegates. The audacity.
And then he also forced the hotel for us to remove some of our campaign literature, and to the point where the hotel had to reimburse our candidates because of what he was doing. So it's very, like, it is. And like, nobody's here saying anybody's doing it, but the point is, like, he's being very shady about what he's trying to pull. He threatened to cancel this event if we didn't get rid of some of our campaign literature for our candidates.
So it's not entitlement, that's what's going on.
That's what's happening. Nobody's being entitled. We were supposed to. You can't believe all truth comes from one person unless that person dies.
I know that. But I also know him better than I know you.
That's fine. I was the lifelong.
I'm just saying.
That's fine.
Where do you get your information?
Well,
where do you get yours?
Yeah, I grew up being friends with Mike Pence. I grew up being friends with all of these people, right? I'm not an anti-anything. And so I'm not against them for the sake of being against them.
Well, Mike Pence is a total traitor.
You only think that
no, I know
because of what happened.
You gotta run, man. You gotta run. There's nothing left to do but get out of there as fast as you can. You go home, you jump on Truth Social, and you lie about what happened. You know, despite getting caught being booed in 4K. It's the only way. I mean, you've done it before. You gonna believe me or your lying eyes?
You're gonna cry in the car.